इतना सब कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में इतना सा फर्क है, एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुड़ से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Very good afternoon to all the dear friends. We welcome all of you to our Business Opportunity with Chai webinar series. Here it's our aim and target to present the business opportunity for you as we are launching it today. This is a 45-minute session. First, we'll try to give you the correct and the complete understanding about the concept about the business proposal and franchise option under the umbrella of the business business opportunity we are presenting today. Then we'll move towards a panel discussion. We welcome management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am for the webinar. During the panel discussion, they would love to take all your queries. So request everyone to share their maximum queries with us. And the business opportunity which we are representing today, just give me 1 minute, is Albatross. Yes, the brand which offers 5 different F&B dynamic brands under one umbrella. So it's not one option, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options, different options for you. And today we have invited Mr. Rahul, who is a founder at Albatross, to talk about 5 different opportunities. Thank you so much, Rahul, for joining in today. May I request you to please start with the presentation, how you started this journey and what is the offering to all our investors. So over to you, Rahul.
Thank you so much, Archana ma'am. First of all, it's a very good morning to Sonia ma'am there. So,
thank you. Very good morning, Rahul. Welcome to the webinar, Rahul.
Thank you so much, ma'am. First of all, I'm Rahul Soi, founder director of Project Albatross. It's Albatross Ventures Private Limited. We're an F&B consulting company, and I am personally a proud leader to leading a young and dynamic team for F&B industry, bridging the gap. What we are actually trying here, bridging the gap of other aid, which every F&B industry aid providing company should have to do it. So today I am going to present in and out and in-depth knowledge about what Project Albatross, how and where exactly we are coming into industry to provide that as per our tagline, which is said, the transforming dreams into brands. So I'll take you through the entire journey today. Today we are going to discuss about 5 brands, which is now, expanded through Franchise India, pan-India level. So individually, I'll start talking about individual brand as well as Project Albatross in detail. So let me share the screen first. So yes, here are the brands, bit of brief. Like we'll start from the Bowl Baby Bowl, which is a rice bowl brand. And considering, if I'll start with detail about Project Albatross first, that we are a company working along with many brands closely in terms of operations, because my forte is to working into operations mostly, wherein the spine of a business builds concrete with that. So start in 2019 that we have decided, why not just create brands, a dream project for someone else in the industry who really wants to build their custom brands for themselves. Started doing it, and then pandemic hits. Then pandemic really can't able to just stop it. So our journeys take a turn wherein we decided to let us use our all expertise to build our own brand, which really suits the market in a B2B segment, wherein our expansion and the agility towards, you can say that sustainable business model, we have to create it. And we start digging up all the research and everything. That is really good part of Project Albatross, that we have each and everything in-house, starting from architect team to R&D team, chefs, staffs, everything. Like designer, we have a different wing of marketing, different wing of content, everything we do have in-house. So we already encashing the power, what we really need to just start this thing properly. So after that, after many brands created for the customers, that we understood that we have to start doing something for our own. Just a moment. Yeah. So now these are the things what we are, and why we are, why a segment of the same business what we are catering in the industry, why they are going to choose us, what we are, what is the our expertise, starting from creativity to overall management of operations and everything. Albatross is equipped to provide all possible aid to someone who really wants to do something into this industry, which is really dynamic, what I feel. Just a minute. So after Project Albatross, I'll start with my first brand, which is Bowl Baby Bowl. Above all the segment, we have studied n number of bowl brands, which is catering into the Indian market. First time that this is even the first most important thing. This is the registered brand of Project Albatross. The first most important thing about this brand, that we do the 3 categorization. Most of the bowl brands are mostly selling Indian items, Indian things, Indian rice bowls, most of those staples. But here we segment in a 3 different way, wherein we have a section of continental, section of oriental, and section of Indian. So this is the tale about Bowl Baby Bowl, how we started. It's a really funky name, but we have taken, and we really wanted to project this particular brand, wherein you can understand this bowl also can be a get to go food. I mean, easy to take, easy to carry, wherever you go, you can just take it along with you, and it gives a goodness of the fulfillment of your meal appetite. So this is how we have started, that why not bowl also can be on the go food or something like that. So Bowl Baby Bowl has its a really colorful and melodious theme. These are the few real pictures I have taken at our kitchen. These pictures is used in our aggregators, for our aggregators as well, covering all the categories starting from fish to the staple vegetables. This has almost 35 to 40 varieties. An economical range wherein start with 99 to maximum 299. So we can cater even tier 2, even any of a location wherein the price sentiment is a bit approaching, wherein we can fit this brand anywhere in India. So yeah, let's come on to the franchise investment part. It has a 2 segment. Earlier, we were counting on individual brand has their own identity in a QSR. Mostly because of the pandemic, just we shift our thought process and try to put all this possibility wherein each of individual brand can be put in an integrated kitchen as well, or an individual kitchen as well. So starting from cloud kitchen, it requires only 300 square feet property. 4.5 lakh rupees is the entire setup cost, including equipment, machinery, 3 months of your packaging material, raw material, everything. Each and everything will be covered on 4.5 lakh rupees max. Franchise fees is 3 lakh rupees flat, and 20 months it will take for an average payback period, covering 5% of royalty, and 5 years would be the agreement. Here, in every deal, in every approach, we are giving our clients our POS system along with a tab. And then the question arises, what about the supports and everything? We have the reason behind we are keeping everything in-house just to aid and just to provide a top-notch solution to our investors, starting from marketing, supply chain management, manpower management and training, SOPs, operational manuals, facilitations for the regular development, everything, even the setup, even the architectural support, everything we are giving without any additional cost apart from our royalty. Then if somebody wants this particular brand to just open in a fully fledgedly in a restaurant model, which is a QSR, it will require 800 to 1000 square feet of property range. Setup cost will only require 10 lakh rupees. As per the furnitures and interior is really much required in this format. The same way we kept 3 lakh rupees only the franchise fees and 28 months of our return on investment. The reason being there is an involvement of an additional somewhere around 6 lakh rupees of cost. The rest of the things are almost same, royalty and the agreement term. So moving forward towards our another brand, it's Mrigaya, it's cooked biryani and mandi. So we all know there is a huge competition in the biryani market, and we are almost habitual to have all of them. Few of them are lavish, few of them are, I mean, really staple to just get it anywhere. But here Mrigaya comes wherein it has all the goodness and positive approach towards a biryani to a customer's plate, and wherein it's really cost centric, it's really cost effective, started only from 119 and it goes maximum if we consider mandi as mandi is really Arabic food and most popular in Hyderabad city. And many places what I have tried personally, it's too expensive for catering the 4 to 6 people. But here it starts with 1199 and it ends in 1999. So just let you take through the entire journey of Mrigaya, that how we have started in a short brief, that we have in-house recipe, in-house spices. Whenever we are going to open any outlet through the investor, we are going to supply all the spices, which is our trade secret for Mrigaya. Quantity and quality is never been compromised. That is why the Times Group will be facilitate us. They nominated us the best biryani in Pune for delivery and takeaway. And most probably 25th will get the results as well. These are the real pictures has been taken. As you can see, there's a mutton mandi's picture. That's the entire pallet cost for 1499 for 4 people. So we played a really good in cost because that is our forte, that is our core, that we have a good control in our cost management of producing any product on the table, so that we can give a really good reliability towards the customers and to get this product on really cost effective manner. And of course, getting quality as well at the same time, because we assure and we claim it, we never using, I mean, any oils while preparing a biryani. Everything is used by the desi ghee. So these are few combo packaging materials, the other few offerings, eggs and veg. So now the investment part, it will definitely go with a cloud kitchen setup with 250 square feet a minimum requirement. 2.5 lakh rupees is a maximum investment we need to set up a cloud kitchen. Apart from 3 lakh rupees of franchise fees, and 11 month it is required to just recover all of these 5.5 lakh rupees investment. And this is a trial and tested because we are currently operating 2 kitchens, 2 integrated cloud kitchens, because of that there's really less possibilities to open an individual outlet in QSR format. So we have to try it. We have to just try our hand on our R&D part as well in practically. So we put 5 brands in 2 different area, 2 different kitchens in Pune. So we have tried and tested the biryani is the highest gross product out of all the 5 different another brands. So 11 months we have just cultivated this format, but in our financials rely on this. The 11 month, it's a really suitable time to get your ROI. 5% in 5 years, you can get in all of our brands. These 3 things are same. Apart from Threadlink, I'll get on that brand, then I'll explain. So 3 lakh rupees of franchise fees and royalties 5% is really stagnant for all of my brands. Second, if anybody, because biryani, having a QSR and restaurant for biryanis are really less in India, and which really able to provide in a just-in-time food on the table, as well as the same quality maintaining all over. I mean, no matter wherever I'm gonna open this outlet, that SOPs has to be maintained, which is why customer kept on coming, what I feel. So QSR required 500 to 800 square feet. 9 lakh rupees will be the setup cost. 3 lakh again the franchise fees, and it will take almost double the 24 months of the ROI because of the maintenance, your another OPEX and staffs, and these things are gonna be gradually increased. So it will take a bit more time to just get ROI. So the same way, the key takeaways and the feasible franchise opportunity, those are passionate to get into the business, and the in every brand what we are used to say. So this is Hunger House. So it has a really great and good story about Hunger House, I must say. The first time we were really curious towards bakery segment, curious about producing our own bread, our own dough, the staple, because Project Albatross has different wings wherein our production and manufacturing things are happening towards F&B industry. That company has Berry Bee Foods LLP. So there we were really curious to do something on breads. So first time in India, what I feel, we are baking our own breads, which is 5-inch loaf, which is the biggest size in sandwich market. It's the biggest. And then we have to just differentiate some of really common sandwiches. We really wanted to differentiate. The first time in India, we are started creating, scaling, and started selling even the dessert sandwiches. And because of this hunger, how relevant to the moon and wolf, that we have named it the moon sandwiches. We categorize 4 to 5 different segments, starting from veg to dessert sandwiches, fish, chicken, everything. And moon sandwiches are in Pune. It's the highest selling sandwiches as of now. So that is the story behind Hunger Howl. Why there is a need to just go get into the sandwich market. Definitely to make something different and differentiate as compared to the competition. What is our core forte? That we are consultants. We used to, and we are creating brands for others as well. So that has to be our signature of something. So this is basically the first picture you are seeing. That's a blueberry Oreo that has in a shape of moon. It can get in a grill as well as the Japanese style sandwiches, which is rimless. In the bottom, you can see the picture. That's the Japanese style dessert sandwiches with cream and bread. So this bread is manufactured by us, this whole concept, and almost 70% things which is in-house, starting from sauces, fillings, everything. So Hunger Howl is a really good option if anybody wants to start with a kiosk, because it can be set up in a 1 to 150 square feet kiosk, and then a QSR would be a really lavish, really the design what my team has been done. Soon I'll be share with you all the 3D render and the 2D plans as well. In Amravati region, we are opening, next month, mid of next month, we are opening a fully fledged restaurant of Hunger Howl itself, wherein that particular investor wants to operate Mrigya as well from inside kitchen. So there is a 2 MBO, some multi-brand outlets that we have fit in Amravati. So it requires kiosks, and anybody wants to just add on this brand along with any other brand of mine, like Bowl Baby Bowl or Mrigya, that if anybody wants to add on this particular format, they can add on inside the cloud kitchens as well. So it is kiosk or cloud kitchen. 200 square feet is the minimum space requirement. Set up with the same 2.5 lakh rupees is the maximum, covering the chillers and deep freezers we want. Because of the dessert sandwiches, definitely. Franchise fees 3 lakh rupees, and 12 months. 12 months will get almost 80 to 85% of ROI, 5% of the royalty, and 5 years of the agreement term. At the same time, what exactly we are doing in Amravati, QSR require 500 to 800 square feet, and that property is particularly 500 square feet, wherein we are putting 2 brands from an inside kitchen, Mrigya, and the entire restaurant is refers for the Hunger House. 9 lakh rupees, it is a basic requirement, including furnitures and all requisites to start a cafe. And then franchise fees is the same 3 lakh rupees, and it will take double. For the reason we are putting, investors is gonna putting the money, the moreover, into the interiors and other stuffs. 5% will be the royalty and 5 years of the agreement. Apart from the core support system, what Project Albatross is committed to do, because being in a F&B industry, that we have a thought process and the vision of this company. We have to make our investor earn. That is our forte. So wherein many investors are really talking about, really concerned about the royalty, really concerned about the support from the day one. So we are much flexible on these parts. After LOI, after joining hands in a partnership, we are really flexible on these parts. If an investor is really in a proper mindset to start a business and opt the business along with Project Albatross, along with Franchise India, we are really flexible on this term of your royalty, or the term of anything else required. We are always given an opportunity to our clients that they can do their own interior thing. We will definitely gonna guide that particular scenario. We have all the solution 360 where they can just approach us and we can do everything on time and hand over the keys to them. So this is our forte, and the core setup will be remain same for all of our brands. So move towards next. This is a firefighter. So Firefighter is my personal favorite brand. The reason behind that I really just crave for munchies. I mean, really sort of times. So there is a lack. What I feel that Firefighter start many of these kind of brands starts with fries and end with fries. Wherein there is a Western culture in a many, starting from Poland to Taiwan. There's a culture that everything which feels and which really looks good in terms of fried food, they come under one umbrella. Wherein in India there are good brands, but they start with the fries, seasonings, sauces, and they end with the fries. So we are trying to put each and every product what is a possibly feeling good, having good after deep fry. So starting from fries, munchies, veg, non-veg, wings, everything we tried to put in here with all the possible seasonings in India, all the possible sauces in India, as well as we have just made category names for our loaded options, which is, you can say, a platter of a fried junk food. Wherein we are not putting it a particular junk food because it has a really immense market potential for the youngsters who are really our target groups. It has an immense potential wherein we claim openly at the time of our FSSI arrangement and the certificates, we claimed that we are only using sunflower oil and not any adulteration. Every day that oil is discarded and the new batch is opened to prepare these products. All the nuggets, everything, all the products, the 90% products are manufactured in-house apart from the fries, because we have to maintain the same standard of the fries what we are procuring from a manufacturer. So this is the tale about Firefighter. We have given a really great story about that what we were thinking about the snacking industry and what is the target group and how this target audience of us gonna take this brand. That is why it has a theme of really comic, story based, and many things relevant to their age group. So we have designed this brand, and then these are the products. So that is a really concern that most of the products are really spicy. Most of the products are really loaded with sauces, sprinklers. So we have introduced our shakes as well. And that is, the range. The moment I'll share the entire menu, whenever we will connect next, the shakes, the naming, everything will so tempting. Even before you having the food, those names and those things are so tempting that it's really fall in love with that. In B2B, yeah, for the pictures just to end. In B2B, it will need only a fryer, deep freezer, and the few other equipments. It will require 150 square feet and best suit for a kiosk. The roadside, the urban side, urban market side kiosk. Setup cost will be 2.5 lakh, and all this 2.5 lakh, 3.5 lakh is a maximum amount we have just curated here. And definitely it is our job to just fit the entire possibility under this amount. 3 lakh rupees would be the franchise fees, 11 months is the average payback period, and royalty would be the 5% of the same. QSR would be lovely. Soon we will get our 3D renderings and the plans, what we are having an imagination, how this outlet would be. Because due to this pandemic, we are not able to just open individual outlets QSR to just showcase our investors, wherein we are all equipped to just show them the how and what kind of your outlet would look like. So we are designing the 3D rendering of the property, the exact how it has its looking look and feel. Soon I will share those data as well with you all. So 800 to 1000 square feet it will require to open an entire fully fledged restaurant. 12 lakh rupees is only setup cost because it requires many custom made things to be put. 3 lakh rupees of franchise fees, and it will take almost double. As you can see, the 22 months it will need to just get your payback. Support system, as the 90% of products are in-house made. So we have a very strong network of our supply chain, wherein we are taking all the responsibility to dispatch the products and train the staffs as well as the owner that how to keep those products, how to just place an order, how to encash the facilities what we have into our internal system of operations management. So now the brand, which is the fifth brand, I believe, the Treadlink. So after so many days, I mean, I used to just know a brand really closely about this segment, which is called Chimney Cone. But most of the stories and most of the things are really just made up stories, what I believe. Then I start feeling it that I need to do more research about this product because it's really influenced with the culture. This is a cultural product. And this is the time we are exchanging, going to exchange cultures to just curate something good in it. That needs, I mean, that believes a research. So we do research. We just finding out that the Czech Republic earlier used to call Bohemia, the country's name, and the Prague, the capital. And there the Treadling arrives in a centuries old. It's a staple bread they used to have it with tea, coffee. They start their day with this kind of a chimney cone. What they are saying, the Treadling is a whole concept. With the time, it changes, starting from chimney cone, Kurtor Calais to Scotland. It can fall anything in this world. And this, I mean, it's a roll over entire world with the different names and the cuisine. Everybody is trying to fusion it with their own cuisines. And it's really popular in Southern European countries with ice creams and everything. They have it like a dessert. That is their original form. So we took the entire Treadling stories, inspirations, everything from its original origin, which is Czech Republic, and we have just gather all the information. Then that's the biggest issue. What we have found, people try to get all these things, learn all these things from there. They start doing replicate of those products, like their dough, like the way of creating it, like the machineries they are using, like the skewers they are using. They start try to replicate those and they fail miserably. So what we have done, we contacted our people, the few of them, we have a contact there in Europe. So they arranged all the supply chain for us to get those breads dough directly from there, directly from Czech Republic. We are getting our doughs here in Veribi. So we are keeping stocks. We are not trying to make any kind of experiment on this particular product because it's a cultural influence product and that is the original. We don't want to change that. So in future also, we are keep on importing all those products from Czech Republic, Prague, Hungary, Budapest, from that particular zone. And we are add up value on this because in Indian palate, we are not able to just put 100% same product. We have already created a savory options with the Indian staple curries, the other really chocolate options, anything loaded. I mean, that is the requirement of Indian crowd. Anything loaded, anything creates value. After paying 200 rupees, what more they can get out of it. So we have Indianized it, but starting from machineries to our doors and everything is going to be imported from Budapest itself. This is a short story about Traveling. And this brand is still on a bit of final touches about the product photo shoot and everything. So I'm not able to present those exact pictures right now over here. Soon I will be sharing the brochure along with that. So for kiosk, it will read 200 square feet. The malls and upmarket street would be the preferable. 14 lakh rupees is what the total setup cost. The reason behind the machineries and most of the things are imported. The support, after sales support and servicing and many these parts required a potential, what's say, the moreover cost towards the maintaining all the stuff. Franchise fees would be 3 lakh rupees and payback somebody will get in 16 months. It has 8% royalty because this brand requires more attention. This brand requires the more potential marketing because this brand will come along with the learning part wherein we have to teach our customer base then what exactly it is and how exactly it is. If I'm going to put it in a cloud kitchen, then I will be getting a limitation that I can't supply the sweet feel along with that because that thing melts. So I have got a limitations. So regarding maintaining the whole stuff, regarding after sales support and many things, it will require a much of effort from Project Albatross as well. So we do have a 8% of bracket of royalty. QSR, as you can see, 400 square feet is a minimum QSR space we'll need. 19 lakh rupees will be entire setup along with the furnitures and everything. And rest 3 lakh rupees is our franchise fee. 18 months it will require for payback. Because because 2 months gap, I would have say that more I'm able to give space for the customer to sit and have these delicacies, that the number of sales per day will increase automatically. So that is the calculation what we have done. And apart from this, everything would be remain same. Support, setup, every structure regarding Project Albatross, this brand needs more, you can say, the consideration and more effort from us as well. So this is about Traveling. So here it all. I mean, I believe I can be able to explain all the 5 brands properly along with Project Albatross and what we are doing right now here. So I believe this is it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rahul. And friends, I'll request you, I see some hands are also being raised. So I'll request all of you, whatever questions you have, please write these questions in the Q&A box and we'll take it up now. And also mention the city of your interest. That also help us in understanding your location. So just to recap, friends, if you look at the industry overall and looking at cloud kitchens, digital disruption have actually popularized the trend of ordering food online, doorstep delivery, and there also has been increased effort towards convenience, comfort and quality of service. That is also helping this overall segment of cloud kitchens emerge. And if we talk about food, food is a very localized business, which means that each location should be able to adapt to the offering and to the local demand. So therefore, a very clear understanding in terms of, both supply as well as the demand pattern is the key to, setting up both cloud kitchen as well as QSR. And also when we talk about economic drivers are very different for a cloud kitchen and that for a QSR segment compared to, I would say, dine out counterparts. So what is important for each one to understand when you look at a segment like this is absolutely location, which is of prime importance, even if you're looking at a cloud kitchen, which might not be in the prime location and have visibility, but still location plays a very important role. You need to be in the right neighborhood, which is a captive neighborhood. Then kitchen size and utilization of kitchen size is another important element. Third is, which many companies today are doing, which is multiple versus single cuisine kitchen. So in this case, while we have multiple cuisines, but we are not offering all these cuisines under one roof. And another important, a fact as far as cloud kitchen is concerned is also, while it is a low investment business, also low operating cost, because you don't have too much of operating cost in a cloud kitchen. You also need to be, as a company, as a brand, opportunity market ready, so that your product, your brand is there on all food aggregator platforms, so that maybe end consumer can help discover an order. And lastly, even your frontline operation cost is minimized, when we talk about cloud kitchen. But at the same time, we must all understand, while all that remaining low, and because of this, the entry barrier in a cloud kitchen is comparatively low, it is important to understand the volumes in the business, because if you don't have good volumes in the business, I would say the financial viability in case of a cloud kitchen becomes a question mark. So I'll take all the question, friends, keep writing in. So we're talking about this opportunity where we have portfolio of multi brands, and these are multi cuisines which have both cloud kitchen as well as a quick service restaurant format. And we have popular cuisines from biryani, fries, sandwiches, and two formats where we have cloud kitchen, which starts with an average area of 200-300 square feet. And then we have quick service restaurant format for all the brands that we talked about, and where we have an area requirement of anything from 500 to about 1000 square feet. And the investment would vary anything from about 7-8 lakhs goes up to about 20 lakhs, depending on the cuisine or the brand that you would be interested to consider. So Rahul, my first question to you would be, and we talked about two categories also here in case of quick service and also for the cloud kitchen. My first question would be, if you can help our audience understand, little bit, the overall, market outlook on the category, and especially on the cloud kitchen, because we have a lot of competition today, which is present in the market, and this business is very hyper local. You worked on this for very long, and you've curated all these cuisine. So what is the current, competitive edge that you feel that we have over the other players in the market?
So I would like to address this with an example. Like when I meet personally the client I was talking about from Amravati. So he has a question that, okay, as per the scenario, because Amravati and Pune has a vast difference, because that's the tier comes under tier 2, tier 3 even, you can say. So current scenario is, if anybody wants to jump into the F&B business, curating any format of their business, wherein they wanted to put investment into it even after pandemic. So single outlet in QSR, it bit challenging. I would not say that's risky, it's challenging. Wherein if you are investing in some sort of amount, opening your own restaurant, start putting something into your inside kitchens as well. Make it an MBO. Multi-brand outlets will be just evaluate and encash more and more revenue opportunities towards your kitchen. So current scenario, cloud kitchens are doing good. Even in a recent update, Zomato and Swiggy just allow restaurants to live their kitchen till 3 a.m. midnight. Even our kitchens also live till 3 a.m. midnight. So getting a cuisine for a particular location as a customer point of view, that I am getting all the multiple choices from a particular location where I need not to pay more and more amount towards the delivery charges as well, the distance charges as well. That is pretty.
We are losing your connection. Guys, we'll just check. We're not able to hear. Well, can you hear us? Because you're unmuted yourself. Please unmute.
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Hi, you can switch off your camera in case there's a poor bandwidth at your end.
Yes. Fluctuating actually.
I think we lost your last, I think, couple of lines. If you would want
so I was telling that this is the ideal scenario nowadays, that somebody will offer something from their inside kitchen as well, when customer can encash the opportunity to just get few things more from a particular locality. So that would be the ideal business situation right now, considering cloud kitchens as well as restaurants.
Now, would you also now want to maybe explain, when we talk about these two formats, we've understood the overall investment, and there are two components, franchise fees and the investment. So when we talk about the overall investment, is the franchise fee included in that, or that's over and above for all formats?
No, no. We clear it out on our flyers in that way, that setup cost is a different, wherein 2.5 lakh rupees is setup cost that customer has to directly pay to the vendors to get machineries, to get furniture, this thing. And franchise fees is different. So we class it in a both different categories. Setup is this much and franchise fees is this much. Wherein setup has, client will definitely get the liberty for the setup cost, because if he gets something in a really lesser cost, so that can be done in 1.5 lakh rupees also. But franchise fees would be the fixed.
Abhi, as we speak, how many formats are we currently running is one of the questions which I also would like to take. And second, since we are looking at operating all across, I would like to understand, what our go-to-market would be for our partners, which in terms of, I would say, market penetration, we launch, is there a plan that we have for our partners when we go to new markets with our brand?
Okay. So first, whenever just we signed up with an investor, and that is the basic question they would ask you, okay, what I am gonna get, because whether I am from F&B industry or not, what are the support I'm gonna get from your end? So what we do, we have a franchise process layer, starting from finding a locality to just set up their staffs, equipments, and the entire whole and soul of the entire kitchen, you can say, entire setup. We do the pre-launch activities from our marketing team, target-based B2C, because from the day one, I want customers to come on that particular locality. We do outdoor media in amalgamation with the client. We do BTL, ATL, all the activities. Just we made the scenario from 1 month. We take a buffer of 30 days while the interior work was going on. And then we do the launch activity, offers, aggregator setup, and it goes to next 45 days after launch. So that entire 360 support is in our hand to just aid to our investors.
I think we lost you the last couple of seconds. Rahul, you want to repeat that?
Am I audible now?
We can hear you now. Yes.
Yeah. So that I was saying that is the whole structure of what we already made. That starting from giving it a structure to pre-launch, which we take 30 days before the launch, and after the launch, we cultivate all the possibilities wherein we can provide a support for another 45 days, starting from aggregators, offers, direct takeaways, blogger meet. We have in-house team of bloggers, connections, the amalgamations with them. So we just set up the entire market for those brands to be adaptable with the local customers. So that is our responsibility to just provide these aids to our investors.
Definitely. And Rahul, as a a business model, when we talk about maybe the unit economics, both for quick service and also for cloud kitchen, they're a little different from each other. Because quick service cloud kitchens are highly dependent on aggregators and also online platforms. So how are we currently placed in terms of our presence on these platforms? And would you want to also give some structure of operating structure expenses, for a cloud kitchen and also for a QSR? And when I say that typical, structure would mean that, what is the ideal percentage that goes into, I would say, the rental, what is the ideal percentage that goes into food cost, ideal percentage for operator, or I would say the market aggregators, because there's a big hefty commission that we pay for cloud kitchen. And at the end of it, typical, what margins can one expect, out of these two models?
Absolutely. So as I already, as we are already working into cloud kitchens, we are already operating cloud kitchens. So these calculations are really easy for me because of the thing that before creating any brand, we have really sharpened our skills on our R&D procedures. So what I would say, any of our brand, any investor gonna choose and ask the question, what is the food margin? So first of all, I would like to answer that the cost, what we have got, none of the food cost on individual product of individual brand in our kitchen or in our the SOPs, you can say it not exceed 22% of food cost. The product comes on the table for the packaging, it not exceed 22%. Any of our product. When you take biryani from a Threadling, I would say, yeah, it's more than under 25, but not exactly 22. I would just comment on this. 22% is our food cost. If we are operating with an aggregator, which is a really solvent thing, that if I am operating a cloud kitchen, aggregators roles plays a really vital. But we do have our own tie-up with DotPay. There is a medium. Albatross has already tie-up with them. We have our own delivery fleet in 10 kilometers of radius. So we are totally not dependent on Zomato, Swiggy, wherein we have an adjustment with them for 24% of percentage what they are charging for their food delivery and logistic charges. 24 we are paying, but we are not totally dependent on them just because they have an issue. Even it's more even in Pune. The supply in a supply chain, they mostly don't have a valet available, unserviceable area. So that was the biggest gap because I am operating a cloud kitchen. So I have a own fleet through DotPay, through barcode scan. We are getting our orders directly to our dashboards and we are directly connect with customers. We manage our database as well for the email marketing, SMS marketing, offers, any ATL activity, and we supply our own products as of now. Second, the percentage what we are providing, as I say, the 24% to this aggregator. So we are keep on trying to just kill this, expectancy on them. Why not just create our something new? So whenever we are going to open any cloud kitchen, any city, we will try to put our own fleet of deliveries. So now the rental part. If a cloud kitchen is considered, which is the rental somewhere around, you can say way less than 70% less than as compared to the QSR in any city. Because right now, because it's don't need any upmarket scenario to open a cloud kitchen. Ma'am, am I audible to you? Hello, ma'am, am I audible to you?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So currently the situation is that we don't need any upmarket locality to open a cloud kitchen, wherein my team will help anyone to just get a location wherein residential colleges, school can be easily captured, where we can stretch the delivery radius as well. So the percentage as compared to, if I can say in a market in Pune, the rent is 1 lakh rupees for somewhere around 400 square feet of property, wherein currently I am paying 20,000 rupees on the same location in a bit isolated space. So it is a big save, it's a big save. And in a cloud kitchen, if I'm going to hire few head chefs, the assistant, commie 1, commie 2, even their salary is also a bit less because they are working in a cloud kitchen and they do have the expectation, okay, what I need to do. And any of my format apart from biryani, I don't feel I need a proper head chef. So here we also do have an adjustment to just cut the costs, because that is why we are opening cloud kitchens, to just cut the costs and aggregate the revenue more. So food cost is 22% bluntly, and the packaging and everything what we have manufactured in-house, that cost also paid by end customers after all. So after giving Zomato, Swiggy, 40 to 45% of the net value out of it we can keep. And if it is a direct takeaway on direct delivery, that in that scenario, this goes even 100% minus 22% straight away. And few other miscellaneous, which I'm taking a threshold of 5% more.
Sure. And I think food component is one very big cost for food, and this is to the tune of about 30 to 35% on an average when we talk about QSR or cloud kitchen. In your case, this
Yes.
cost is substantially lower, about 25 odd percent. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Because that is the main forte, to just
Right.
cut the cost.
So how do we
initially.
so how do we manage our supply chain? Is it all centralized for you? Is it all going from a centralized kitchen to these cloud kitchens and QSR?
No. So what we have done, we didn't ever tried to put our supply chain centrally. This reason behind, because that increases my cost in a B2B part, that increases my cost. And ultimately, I also have to just make an arrangement towards that cost to supply to my any fellow investors. So what I have done, anything what we required, apart from anything manufactured in-house, we have all tie-ups pan-India. We choose only those companies, particularly those who have more than 500 distributor and dealers pan India, and that can supply my product in any corner of India. We do have tie up in 2020. We were doing this only, was doing tie up, making contacts, making MOU agreements with these companies. So whenever I'm gonna open any outlet in pan India, for example in Pondicherry, so I have starting from equipments to the sauce manufacturer, from the packaging material manufacturer, everything on phone contact. So I directly connect my investor to that, my vendors, my distributors. They're gonna supply them and they're gonna just bill them only. That Project Albatross has no control on this structure. Just I don't want to just increase the cost for them. And my management team will just watch on that particular quality of product, timeliness of delivery. So we have pan India supply chain management. We don't have anything central.
Well, I'll take some question from our audience, and I will also like to, request if you can also advise on the cities that you are currently focusing on. Which are the major cities immediately you would be considering for us to roll out in?
Okay, so as of now, that I was considered that in pan India, definitely we are expanding. But starting from any tier one cities, which is the prominent face of India, like Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Hyderabad, we recently do FRO there, Gujarat, Mumbai, Pune. So there's a prominence of my focus area. Apart from this, anything relevant and anything just tap along with it, tier two, tier three, we are open to give it. But depends upon the client's requirement. In tier two, I can't give all 5 brands cloud kitchen because I don't know the potential of the city. So we are flexible to mix and match the deal. And towards the city exact, the list, I'm really, sorry that I didn't make any. I'm ready to go anywhere.
Sure. And कौन सा अभी कहाँ पे operate कर रहे हैं? Where are we currently operating out of? I see a question from Mr. Altamash, and he's asking about the typical margins that we have in a business profitability after taking out expenses. While we discussed on that, but हमारा average throughput क्या होता है? If I talk about maybe a cloud kitchen, what is the average sale one can expect? If I talk about quick service restaurant, what is the average sales we expect to be done? And if somebody also wants to visit maybe the current setup, what would be that place, and what all business formats are we currently running?
Sure. So as my R&D kitchen and my cloud kitchen at the same place, which is the main kitchen of Project Albatross itself. So that is in a Senapati Bapad Road in Pune, SB Road, behind JW Marriott. So we are operating 6 brands, you can say, from that particular cloud kitchen. So if I'm talking about a cloud kitchen's profit margin and ratio, as the takeaways is giving me the more flex towards my net revenue, which is somewhere around 65%. I could just comment on this because food cost and then other miscellaneous, if I can read it. Per day, what I'm experiencing right now, till 3 o'clock midnight, Mrigia Biryani has the highest selling products, wherein we have to do the stock out few times in midnight. So I am getting somewhere around 15 to 18,000 rupees per day sale from Mrigia only, and that is to be midnight 12 to 3 in these few hours. Bowl Baby Bowl is clocking somewhere around 4-5,000 rupees because this bowl, mixture of continental, oriental, and Indian. Bowl Baby Bowl is in a phase of learning towards the customer. Then I have experienced sandwiches in the morning time after 11 o'clock to till 5. Sandwich has a sale of the daytime. It's 7 to 8,000 rupees. And then in the evening, there is a really less expectation to just the sandwiches. Suddenly, only savory options we do have in a delivery kitchen, wherein takeaway has its sweet fill options. Suddenly is growing, wherein if I can comment on an average sale per day, 4,500, that is a good amount. That's a fair amount, I would say. That's a real amount in our POS also. When anybody wants to visit our kitchen, I can show these numbers as well to them. What we are doing here right now. And another kitchen is in Fatima Nagar. It's really fresh, and last month only that things are going taking flight. So things are going well there also. The Mirgya biryani is again the popular thing because it's really easy to consume and really easy to adapt. Things are going well in Fatima Nagar as well. So we have set up in Pune right now. Next month we will be having set up in Amravati as well. So you can see my QSR format in Amravati and kiosk format at here in Pune.
Definitely. Rahul, you mentioned you're operating all these kitchens out of one roof, and anything from 4,000 to about 10,000 is the average daily sales. So, what is your outlook on the, I would say, financial sustainability of these models to be operated independently as different cloud kitchens or different QSR models?
Okay. So sustainability, if I'm talking about a QSR particularly, so that is a question that after 3 months, after 4 months, my existing customer base is almost known about my all the products. So what next? Because I have to sustain this business that my agreement is concerned till 5 years down. So we are giving a promise to our investors that every 3 months we are tweaking and we are changing the cuisines. We keep on adding up something. Highest selling, lowest selling products we just pull off from the menu. And every 3 months there is a campaign. In entire year we have 4 quarters. We have 4 different campaigns. That includes outdoor media, ATL, BTL, and the promotion and introduction of new menu on a particular roof. So for sustainability, yes, that is the challenge. For only a single outlet QSR, that has a challenge. For sustainability, quickly. If everybody wants it for the next month, I start getting my everyday's revenue, everyday's capex call. It will take more time in that case. In cloud kitchen, you have a backup of 5 different brands or 3 different brands. If today for any sort of a celebration in India, if today my biryani is not going so well, so definitely I count on my bowls, veg bowls to be going well, or else I can count easily on my sandwiches. So when we have a multiple options to cater, we have multiple source of revenue which can really able to sustain my business on a particular zone. QSR has its challenge. That is why I approached first that MBO would be the preferable option to operate.
I'll take a question from Mr. Dipesh Mahajan. And Dipesh, you're looking for a complete menu with the pricing to be shared for each of the brands that we have showcased. And also another question, and that comes to me from the question Mr. Dipesh has asked. He's looking at, Cloud Kitchen and QSR, because we have these 2 formats. Will the offering in these 2 formats remain same, or we have a bigger menu, extended menu for a quick service restaurant format?
Yes. So here, cloud kitchen, we have a limitations because in firefighter, as you can see, they have a shakes and everything. So we are doing a dispatch in Zomato through Zomato Swiggy to our customers as well. In QSR format, we have an extended version of our menu. It has more combos. It has the intra-exchange of menu from other brands as well. We can do this if the requirement is there. Cloud kitchen, we have a limitation because of the packaging, because of the weight of the particular product. QSR, if customer is coming and sit and have the food, we have options for the extending the menu as well.
Sure, that's helpful. Friends, I'll request all of you, we'll be more than happy to give you all the details that you seek. I think we also have one of our partners, Mr. Shiv Shetty, looking for an ROI sheet and the business or the revenue throughput which is expected out of these 2 models. So friends, we'll get back to you with complete information that you seek. And also we will be holding a discovery day where you can block a time with Rahul on understanding the business and the location that you come from. And we are holding that on 25th of March. So any questions that you have on the business that you want to ask, format, menu, margins, we can block this time solely with you one-to-one to answer these queries. And before we close down, I'll request you to give maybe one last message to entire audience that is listening to you.
Hello, ma'am, am I audible?
Hanji,
Actually, a few lines at the end was gone. Could you please repeat again?
Since we come close to the webinar. I'll request if there's a message that you want to give to everybody present here.
Sure. So thank you so much, everyone, for giving me this opportunity to just understand what Project Albatross is doing currently and what are the difference we are trying to put every day. As I can assure one thing, that many things in my life as well that I learned from Sonia ma'am itself. And that is the outcome that I can be able to do many things here today, which can make a difference. We're a young and dynamic team, and we can give you a promise that we are support centric company, no matter which brand you are going to choose. And with Franchise India, you'll definitely get a valid and prospect deals toward getting it. We're always here for the support. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Rahul, and thank you, friends, for being with us. And I'll request all of you who want to consider the business. They're already running one of the locations in Pune. I'll request all of you, whoever wants to visit, experience, and meet them in person, please do that. And our teams at Franchise India would facilitate and give you all the information that you seek her to take an informed decision. And now I request Ashna to kindly take it over for her concluding remarks.
Thank you, ma'am.
So thank you so much, Rahul. Thanks, ma'am. Thanks all the dear participants for joining in today. Please connect with us at our business hotline number, which is 9717683838. Also write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. In case you wish to share any kind of submission, your suggestion, feedback, connect with us at tomorrow under our time webinar. We are bringing the brand Unacademy. That's the brand we are bringing tomorrow. So please connect registration with us at our business hotline, but join webinar tomorrow 12 a.m. Thank you so much once again for joining in today. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thanks, Ashna. We don't see your slide moving. So friends, I'll repeat for the sake. Thank you so much for being with us. You can reach out on the hotline number. We have put a hotline number in the chat box. The discovery day is on 25th of March. You can reach out to us and we'll get you connected for one-to-one meeting. Tomorrow being a Sunday, we have, another iconic company called Unacademy, which is again, one of the leading edtech companies of India. Unicorn, and they're looking at channel partners across India. So I'll request all of you who want to come and register themselves, you can again reach on the hotline number and we'll be more than happy to give you a link to get registered. Thank you so much, friends, and have a great day.